Hello everyone, hope you're doing great. It's David, co-founder of Submagic. And in today's video, guys, I'm gonna share with you the story of a guy who is selling private jets on TikTok. His name is Steve Varsano. I'm gonna share with you my opinion on Steve about why this guy is going so much viral on Instagram and TikTok. And we're gonna try to analyze every aspect of his short form content to understand the strategy behind that and to see how you can as well become viral on social media through short form content. The funny part, guys, is on a daily basis as a co-founder of Submagic, I receive a lot of messages of people asking me hey David, what do you think about this kind of short form content? What kind of short form content should I do for my business and stuff like that? And I spend a lot of time on Instagram or TikTok watching what kind of new trend of short form content people can do. And so my goal is to find online what makes a good short form content, what helps a short form content going viral, and put it into some magic with AI for all of our users. So as you understand, this is the first episode of a new series of me analyzing some short form content strategy of different business of people. So if you have any ideas or people that you want me to analyze, give it a comment and let me know what you think about it. Okay guys, so let's jump into the business and let me introduce you to the guy, to the man himself, Mr. Steve Varsano.
And I have a company called the Jet Business, and we're involved with the buying and selling of corporate jets. I live in the UK, I work in the UK, I set up my business in the UK, but my business is global. The final purchase price was $28,700,000.
Super interesting.
150,000.
So look, around 10 years ago, our founder, Mr. Varsano, had a cameraman follow him around for a week, giving an insight into what it's like selling corporate jets for a living. This is super interesting because he understands 10 years before, what is documenting his journey. That's smart. So, Mr. Steve Varsano, he started making some content on TikTok 8 months ago with this video.
If you could just give me an idea of, what sort of asking price you guys are looking for.
And the concept of video he's making is either video of him, we see him negotiating some products, or just he into his journey as a jet business broker.
You can't expect to get 100% of every dollar out of every deal. You have to leave something on the table for the client or they're going to be very unhappy.
And then he gives life advice. So documenting his journey, life advice and business advice, I would say.
This is a $20 million plane and this is Steve. He's selling it. Should we take a look inside? Let's go.
As soon as you walk in, we have this fantastic gallery.
Hey, Steve, I have $25 million and I want a jet from London to Dubai.
No problem. We've got a few to choose from. Let's take a look on the video.
Let's do it.
Budget 25.
That's super interesting. And the last point is answering questions that everybody can ask themselves. Okay, I will try to break it down what are the main 3 reasons why Steve Varsano is performing so well on TikTok. So 0.1.6 million followers in less than 8 months is really mind-blowing. So let's take it from the beginning. First of all, we are talking about someone, the person himself, just the guy is really charismatic, to be honest. You don't see often those kind of guys on TikTok, especially because you are used to see some videos about girls, about boys of between 15 to 30 years old doing some stuff. And then you see a guy called Steve Varsano appears, 65 years old, super well dressed, in always an area where you can see a private plane like that, or you see a nice office, or he's always super well dressed. And this is very a good point because when you see someone like him, this age, super well dressed with a private jet behind or a Rolls Royce or stuff like that, ask yourself I'm interested about what this guy is doing. This could be interesting. He's look super successful or super rich. I'm probably gonna learn something from this TikTok, contrast between what you are used to see on TikTok and this guy is coming up on your screen. When you see the thumbnail like this, you want to
say, what's the turnaround time for the change of an interior, and also, for example, if you put $500,000 into,
you want to see it. So I would say this is the first point. The second point is the business itself. Mr. Steve Varsano is talking about selling and buying private jets. He's a broker. He's buying and selling some private jets. He's doing exactly the same job as a car dealer or a real estate broker or any kind of jobs where you buy and sell. But the way he's doing it is doing for private jets. And the reason why it's private jets is that private jets are super exclusive and super expensive products that probably 0.0001% of the people watching his TikToks could afford one day. And that's the funny part because always people want to live a life that they can't live. So they are super curious about something that they don't know as well. So he's talking about a product that the majority of the people in the world doesn't know about. So he's giving a lot of values through these videos. The second point is the business itself. And when you see those kind of videos like that, for example, this video.
Hey, Steve, my jet's arriving next week and I love cigars. Can I smoke on my plane?
You can do whatever the you want on your plane once you own it.
No way, I thought smoking's not allowed on plane.
Every everything is perfectly organized. So Steve is sitting in the private jet. So first the picture, you want to see what's gonna happen. And the question asking behind is like, hey Steve, I'm gonna buy a private jet and I want to know, can I smoke cigars into my private jet? Like he puts the viewers into the position of the guy. Like you're watching the videos that I feel I'm gonna buy a private jet next week and I'm gonna ask myself, can I smoke a cigar into my private jet? So he's putting the viewers into something that he dreamed about. And directly from this point, you are catch and you want to know the answer. You want to know like what's gonna happen. So what Steve is really doing through those TikToks, he's taking the viewers into a dream life for like 1 minute through a TikTok. And that's really what he's selling. He's selling a dream life, 30 seconds to 1 minute. And that's pretty smart. I would say this is the reason why he's performing so well, because always people wants to live another life. And the third point why this TikTok account is working super well, I would say is the team behind this guy is professional. They know what they do. They're filming himself like really nice. Look at this one.
Hey, Steve, what type of person?
Hey Steve, the hook is directly. There is no time to like let the viewers go on another TikTok, and it's super well filmed. The music behind and the captions is super attractive. So captions, music, the way it's filmed, combined with the values that he's giving to the people, the product that he's selling about private jet, and the guy himself, the charisma, way he's filming the private jet and everything, this makes a banger. The main things why I would say this guy is performing so well. So that's super interesting. And so guys, the lessons that you can teach from Steve Varsano, because really this guy is an inspirational for everybody who wants to start short form content for his business. And he's the proof that you don't need to be like the average age on TikTok to succeed on TikTok, and then you don't need to sell a product that everybody can afford to succeed as well. Because the reason why, I'm pretty sure this guy Steve Varsano made some crazy deals thanks to his TikTok account, because the reality is he's making millions of views. Let's say he made around like 100 millions of views cumulated. So let's say 0.001% of the people could afford probably those kind of products. It makes like 100 millions of views multiplied by 0.001%, and this brings a potential 1,000 customers for Steve Varsano for his private jet. And this is absolutely huge. So when you are in a position when you want to buy a private jet, probably I'm not that case, but I will probably see this guy directly instead of calling other guys, because I don't know any brokers. So I will know the guys that I know from TikTok, because he looks professional. I know him a lot because I watch a lot of his content. So I will go for him. So this guy mastered the short form content. Well done to him. He made an excellent job. So what I'm trying to give you from this video and what you can take from this guy, Steve Varsano, is that from any business that you are doing, you can probably do some short form content. You can do the same kind of videos that he's making, videos about you just doing your job and your journey. Like for example, you're a plastic surgeon, someone's gonna film you when you're talking with a potential client about like, okay, I'm gonna make my nose again, or I'm gonna change my boobs or stuff like that. This is a conversation that could interest some people. And second point, you can answer some questions to the people. Like I'm sure like a lot of people want to ask questions like what will be the questions that someone could ask to a plastic surgeon, and you answer those questions. And then the third party, you can give some advice about like how to become a plastic surgeon, or what you need to learn and how much you earn as a plastic surgeon, those kind of questions. And you have your content into your business. And of course, guys, if you have your short form content ready and you want to add those animated captions, very dynamic to increase your chance to go viral, you just need to go on Submagic, create your account, and then you can add your captions, keywords, transitions, sound effects, GIF, hooks, everything that can help your videos going viral. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in comments what do you think about it, if you liked it or not. And if you have any other names you want me to make the video about them, put the name in the comments and I will make you videos about analyzing the strategy. Have a good day and see you soon.